Good afternoon, Ken McCoy, Peddler Home Loans.
And Debby Benson-Miller with Prime Real Estate Services.
And we're here for your Tuesday tip today.
Yes, we are.
Today's tip is going to be about do-it-yourselfers. And what I mean by do-it-yourselfers is those people who like to go find property on their own.
Right.
And Debbie, I know that there's tons of different places that they can go look for properties, but what are some of those, number one, and number two is they can use those kind of as a tool, correct?
Sure. Well, we want things now. So say that you are just in the beginning stages of trying to buy a place and you just want to know what's out there and what prices are. And today's buyers are really, they know what they're talking about by the time they actually are going to buy.
Right.
Because they're looking at places like Zillow, Redfin, Trulia. We can send you listings from our MLS. There's a lot of places, and it really depends on how you like them delivered to you.
Yeah.
Everybody has their formats and how they can save them and how you can look at them. So I totally understand why clients are out there looking at these other sites, and I would love to help them too, because it's a great place for, like you said, a do-it-yourselfer,
yeah,
to get that first feel for what's going on. But then of course you're going to have to take your next steps, make sure you're approved,
right,
and make sure that somebody can help you through the rest of that process and tell you some of those listings aren't always active when they seem active on there. So that's the one problem, is they're not quite as accurate as if you were working directly with the multiple listing service.
So those can be really used as a tool maybe to identify properties and then talk to you as the agent to really hone in on good property, bad property, available, not available, all of those type of things.
Yeah. You know, maybe if it's something that we've already seen, we can say, well, it needs a new roof.
Right.
You know, are you prepared for that and what you have to do? Or maybe it's something you need to go see and you don't realize that there is, I don't know,
garbage dump next door.
Exactly. I mean, there's sometimes things that surprise you.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of things that can happen. You know, I mean, you could be right next to a college, you could be right next to a baseball field. Certain things that some people would be okay with and others wouldn't be.
Right.
But it is a great starting place. I have a client who was here with State Farm when State Farm was really big, and he was moving to the area. He said, I'm going to buy that house, and he told me the house. And I said, you need to get here, because it is not a house that I thought he was going to like. It was not an area.
Right.
The houses next to it were awful, and it looked great in the photos.
Right.
But he was like, thank you so much for telling me that's not what I wanted.
Right.
But that's why you have to, you know, go the whole gamut, not just looking online.
Perfect. So for those do-it-yourselfers, you can do it yourself, but you still really need help. So thank you for joining us today on Tuesday's Tips, and we will see you next week.
See you then.
Bye-bye.